the greatest. We're back. Somebody trying to sabotage us. I think the government's been listening to the show, Elam. You might have to take it easy. But we are here this Veterans Day night. Happy Tuesday to you out there. Happy Taco Tuesday for everybody. Special edition, of course, we come with that heat. The greatest tag team duo when it comes to sports media in general. We got you covered here with the Misfits Live. Mykell, Mathieu, my guy, Elam. Elam, say what's up to the people, man.
Yo, you know who it is. It's your guy, Elam. So what's up, world? You are now tuned in to the tightest tag team tandem this side of the galaxy. We are the Misfits, where we encourage you not to fit in, but find a way to stand out. That's Mykell, the PG. I'm your guy, Eric Lambkins, the second. And you know what? We got another dynamic show lined up. I know you guys hear me say that every week, but if you would have just saw us before we came on the air, listen, we're arguing back and forth. Hopefully it carries over, it spills over, because producer Ben, boy, hey man, I think you
and,
might we might have a special appearance today.
and we got to talk about it. We're going to start off there while the juices is flowing already for this episode. You know, we're going to tackle everything LA sports. We're going to tackle culture. We're going to talk the NFL, NBA, college football, and you got some college basketball that's being played. So we're gonna talk a little bit about it. But we're going to start with the Bruins, who my guy Elam was with on Saturday night. There at the Rose Bowl Stadium, and I'm pretty sure I know what that crowd looked like. So there have been words. I don't know if you guys have been tapped in out there, but the Bruins may move their college football to SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. And I'm loving it. I'm not sure what you think, Elam. I think it's a great idea, and I think it will really help them when it comes to attendance. What's your thoughts, E?
Listen, it's not going to help them when it comes to attendance at all, not in the slightest. There's no inclination whatsoever. If you look at the product that UCLA has been putting out, touting out for the past decade, more or less, when it comes to college football, that gives me any inkling to think that, you know what, this is where we need to move. I was at a tailgate on Saturday. They said if they move here, I'm letting my season tickets go. Why? Because you can't tailgate at SoFi. That's one of the draws, right? It's not much to be excited about as a Bruin, right? Or as an alumni. But you can always tailgate. You can have a party. You could turn up with your crew, with your squad before the game, go and watch some terrible football, drive home, and do it again next Saturday. But to move to SoFi Stadium, listen to me, it would be a death knell in UCLA's football coffin. Why? Because there are a ton of people who will not and are not going to renew their season tickets. Now, how does UCLA fix this? Easy. You got to find a way to win. You have to draw a big name a la Nick Saban, and be like, listen, we will give you whatever you want. We just need you to come build a program from scratch, turn us into a contender. This is Mykell, you and I talk about this all the time. There's so much to do here in the city of Los Angeles. Nobody, and I mean absolutely nobody, wants to support a losing cause in this city.
Yeah, and that's what makes it really tough because we've been at the Rose Bowl Stadium when it's been popping. And recently, a couple years back, we talked about the big time matchup when USC came to the Rose Bowl in Lincoln Riley's first year, and Caleb Williams was there. But it wasn't just that. UCLA was actually productive. I think in that game, they came in 8-3, looking to possibly make a push to get to the Pac-12 championship game. And if you live in LA, you understand. For you transplant people, you don't get how LA moves. LA is all about, it's a front running state when it comes to sports. Even I would say with entertainment, right? Like when it comes to like with the whole Kendrick and Drake thing, it became even more Kendrick fans in the city because he was doing what he was doing. Because at first it was a lot of Drake talk because Drake was the bigger name. And you really see that in sports that people want to show up when they're seeing the best of the best. Look at it right now when it comes to the NBA. You're hearing all the talks about the Lakers. The Lakers have a bunch of fans showing up and supporting. You see the Clippers struggling, their numbers are dwindling compared to when they were doing much better last season. So it's just a tough situation. But I do think this, Elam, where we may disagree, I do think moving them to SoFi, with so much going on, you want to try to cut the distance of things that you have to do so that you can go to your game and get back to where you need to be. And what is it, like 26 miles from UCLA to
Pasadena? Yeah.
compared to
But let
12
me
miles it
ask
is
you.
to Inglewood?
Let me ask you, why in the world would I be content with, let's say, traveling 10 miles, 5 miles to Inglewood and have to pay $80 for parking and I
Yeah,
can't tailgate?
yeah, they got to fix that.
Why would that appeal to me?
Yeah,
Like the tickets aren't going to go down, they're going to become even more expensive, right? To go watch a pool cheese, subpar, abysmal football program.
yeah,
Yes, I am talking as an alum, class of 2014. Listen to me. UCLA sucks at football, and they are going to continue to suck until somebody is at the helm that's willing to do something about it. It's crazy because producer Ben, he says, doesn't matter how much UCLA does besides winning, and even that will only do so much. Modern college students don't care in that same way, especially here on the West Coast. The culture is changing. I disagree. The reason being is because
you
A,
have to make them
young
care.
young
You have to
people
make them
don't
care.
young people don't know anything that's good. You guys don't know what good music is. You don't know what a good time is. You don't know what good
Shots
football is.
taken. Yeah.
Listen,
And
go on, bro.
I like that. No, I was just saying that I just feel that with this generation more than ever, you have to provide them something that is worth its while. So that's why I think winning is the most important thing. Like if UCLA is top of college football for 3 straight years, that place will be booming. They can be playing in Mars, especially with people from LA. But if you're not winning, you just continue to turn off the fans. And you're coming from a year where Deshaun Freeman, Foster,
Foster.
excuse me, he struggled coaching that team and they didn't win. So you already have people like, UCLA going to stink this year again. So people are already tuned out of what they had to offer. And then they came and did what? They stunk it up some more. So winning is so big. We talk about it, and no disrespect to our LA Sparks ladies and, the crew over there, but for the LA Sparks, if they want more people to attend their games, you
They
have to
gotta
be
win.
winning and try to win championships or be right there. And that's what makes it tough. Even though SoFi is closer, and I think that should help a little bit because you got some things that you can do that's right there around that maybe like they're going to have to fix the whole tailgating situation. They're going to have to allow that. They're going to have to lower the prices because college football and pro football is two different things. But you have to have a culture that people want to get behind to support you. Right now, UCLA football, nobody wants to get behind that and say that they represent that because it's just not a good product.
Bro, like you remember Beyonce was performing last year at SoFi, right?
Yeah.
I think there were 2 Clipper games that happened literally concurrently. So trying to
Mm-hmm.
park and get to Intuit Dome was completely pandemonium. There was one night where there was a Beyonce concert at SoFi. I want to say that there was an event going on
At the
at
front.
the Forum and
Mm-hmm.
Intuit. So you're telling me that I can go see, let's just say, Tame Impala because they're performing at the Forum right now, and I drove by there today. If I could go, if I'm a Tame Impala fan, right, and Taylor Swift is performing at SoFi, and the Clippers, who are 3-7, are playing at Intuit Dome, why the hell would I go to Intuit when I could go see Taylor Swift or my favorite freaking band, Tame Impala. And that's just in Inglewood. There's so much to do around the city. We're not talking about Hollywood. We're not talking about downtown LA. We're not talking about Santa Monica, right? There's so much stuff to do in this city. The only other place that I could think of that could really compete with it is New York City. But if you're not winning, nobody's going to show up. UCLA definitely doesn't have any wiggle room because historically they have sucked. Historically, UCLA has played second fiddle when it comes to college football in this city.
LA.
It's always been USC. USC is in the same category as the Dodgers, as the Lakers. And when you're talking about second tier sports, UCLA, the Clippers, the Angels. That's what you have.
USC basketball. It's just USC basketball is one of them. Would you say the Ducks?
Second tier.
Yeah, second tier. Yeah. The Ducks, you say the Ducks? Are they second tier to the Kings?
Yeah, the Ducks are second tier.
Yeah, second tier. And I think that's the problem. Once you're that second tier team in LA, you have to win for people to care anything about what you're doing, no matter where you're playing at. And I think it's on UCLA to figure out what they're doing with their program. And you talked about it before. Do you want to win, right? Focus on winning first so that you can bring people to come watch you, or do you want to get the infrastructure right, then tap into winning? I think winning first always when it comes to LA sports. That's what's going to have people showing up and support you. If the Lakers become the worst team in the NBA for 3-4 years straight, people will lose interest because it's like, bro, they're not winning. Nobody cares.
I don't know because we had the dark days. When we had the dark days, you know.
But they used to have to turn the lights off in the crowd because it wasn't enough people there.
They've always done that though.
Yeah, but they did it like, hey, we need to go up, turn them lights down a little lower because we don't want TV to see that not many people are coming to see Lonzo Ball and Josh Hart and these guys like that. Yeah, so I just think that's always an issue with LA, which makes it tough. But I love the Rose Bowl. Like Rose Bowl Stadium, one of my favorite places.
It's beautiful.
Watch
it's picturesque
football. Especially when it's top-notch football.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's so great. But I just think, honestly, I'm gonna be real. I don't think UCLA even deserves to play in a Rose Bowl anymore because they're not good enough. They're not a big enough draw for that beautiful of a stadium to where just keep it as the bowl game and let it figure itself out.
You said they don't deserve to play at the Rose Bowl. The UCLA doesn't deserve to play outside of Drake Stadium. Right now, every UCLA game should be had on the intramural field right outside of Pauley Pavilion because that's all you deserve right now. Don't waste my time of having to go to Pasadena, you know what I'm saying, to go watch this Poochie's product. But bringing it here to Los Angeles, to the heart of the city, isn't going to change anything because now all you do is give people even more reason to say, why am I going to go waste my time? And Ben was talking about producer Ben was talking about, well, the same issue was happening at USC. You can't even begin to compare USC to UCLA because the Coliseum is literally next door. And we saw what was happening when Lincoln Riley and Caleb Williams first got here, when they were competing for a Pac-12 title and the opportunity to go to the CFP,
the playoffs.
The Coliseum was pretty packed. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't until they lost the Pac-12 championship, they came back the second year, they lost like 3 consecutive games. People were like, why the hell am I coming? You know what I'm saying? And now when you look at
now, shout out to the chat. They're saying the student body, which I think it's the same thing. I think the student body, these kids today, they want to support what's cool, right? When Fortnite was cool, all of the youth was Fortnite crazy. TikTok is the thing. You got people who never dance in front of their family on TikTok doing every type of dance move possible. They want to be around what's cool, right? UCLA football isn't cool. They aren't winning. It's not cool enough. USC football, though, maybe it's not as packed as it once was because they're not as great as it was this year coming in. People are like, you might have to fire the coach. So they're not as great as they were when Lincoln first got here, when the expectations were much higher. So I just think that you have to be cool. And UCLA football isn't something cool to support right now. And that's why the city is like not showing up to the games. I think you're going to get some inner city people that will show up to SoFi because, hey, I can't get tickets to the Rams and Charger games. Man, I'm going to go to this UCLA game and check them out. As long as the parking is cheaper, the tickets and stuff are, more of a reasonable price, I think people will go outside for that because they won't be able to experience it SoFi otherwise.
Bro, I got to thank God for this. Excuse me. Who is like one of the new modern stars that all the young people are following?
As far as
just social media, popular culture.
Taylor Swift, of course.
I was gonna say Kai Cenat, right?
Oh yeah, Kai,
I Shall Speak.
Yeah,
why?
Screamers.
Listen, UCLA. If you need ideas, I'm in your backyard. All you gotta do is get Nico and maybe another high-profile athlete to go stream during the game. Stream during the game. You know what I'm saying? Give people an opportunity to see what it's like inside of a locker room. See what it's like on the sideline, right? Like, bring people in. That's how you can get young people because we saw like literally like 500,000 people follow was it Kai Cenat or I Show Speed around China, right?
Yeah,
like
I Show Speed,
we see it all the time. So to draw the attention,
you gotta have that.
People, you gotta
have that talent. Yeah, but you gotta have that talent that's out there that's doing it. So imagine if UCLA, if Nico, becomes this Heisman quarterback, they start winning, and now he's on the socials going up. That's when people will want to come and support. But if you don't have the product available for them to connect with, they're not even going to care. But somebody in the chat mentioned. They talked about the Rose Bowl, and I want to see what you think about it. They said the Rose Bowl isn't as cool anymore. They said since the BCS era, where you had these bowl games and they meant a lot more, that the Rose Bowl has kind of lost some of its aura because think about us as media members that cover it. There's no more Beef Bowl, right? It might just be
had the Beef Bowl last year. They had the Beef Bowl last year.
Did they?
Yeah, we just didn't go.
Oh, I thought they didn't have it, but it became a quarterfinals game. What was it last year? Was it a quarterfinals?
Yeah, I think
game?
It was a quarterfinal. Yeah, it was a quarterfinal.
Yeah. So does that take some of the appeal of the stadium? Because it used to just be, hey, you getting the best of the Pac-12 and Big Ten or the national championship now.
And I'll tell you why.
Quarterfinal game, it don't
listen, dog. Listen, one of the top, I say 3 experiences that I've had covering sports literally was on New Year's Day 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. Utah versus Ohio State. Jackson Smith and Jigba went bananas. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about it was a shootout of all shootouts. Utah, nobody was expecting them to do anything. Britton Covey went absolutely ridiculous. Devin Lloyd had like 15 tackles that game. Mm-hmm. And you're telling me nobody is tuned into the Rose Bowl? Man, shut the front door, man.
No, he's talking about, I think they're talking about the appeal of, because you got to think about it. The traditional football fans, they know the appeal of the Rose Bowl. Like, oh, you're at the Rose Bowl, but you got to think these new fans coming up, what makes the Rose Bowl cool to them anymore if winning isn't going on there? Like,
exactly
at least
my point.
No, but think about
it. If they're not winning, it's not cool.
But think about the like SoFi, right? You're gonna have some Olympic things going on there. You're gonna have the Super Bowl once again there. You're gonna have the World Cup again there. Like the Rose Bowl doesn't have any of those big time LA sports moments coming up. All they have is the Rose Bowl game, and then you got UCLA playing there. So is it kind of losing its appeal because of the SoFi Stadium?
Listen, It's not because of SoFi Stadium. It's because the boomers won't get out the way. You know, you got all these old people at the helm who are so, entrenched into antiquated thinking and an antiquated way of doing things. Listen, this is not the 1960s. This is not the 1970s. We're looking at 2026. We're knocking on the door of 2026. You can't keep doing stuff that your granddad or things that were in vogue and posh when you were a kid and thinking that the sensibilities and the allure is going to reach the modern era. No, it's not. And I understand. Shout out to producer Ben. In the chat, by all means, feel free. Go to YouTube. Find us on the Misfits Live.
baby.
Hop in the chat. Let us know your thoughts. Want to give a shout out to Big Baby Sports. Go like and subscribe him as well. But you can't do things that were antiquated, that worked in your era, and put those same sensibilities thinking that it's going to resonate, you know what I'm saying, with today's young people. It's not. It's like I've never been to a Rose Bowl parade, right? There's nothing about it that interests me at all.
No, at all.
Right?
Yeah, nothing
So
at all.
opposed to having a Rose Bowl parade, how about having a concert, right? Where before the look, this is what you do right here. This is what you do.
Heard it
December
here first.
December 31st, you have the Rose Bowl concert with the biggest names.
Yeah.
It transitions to the first. Boom. Then you have the Rose Bowl game, right? You build it up. You know, the teams are
have a couple strings.
Put the teams on the same stage, just like a big boxing match. Have them going back
like
and
the
forth.
Super Bowl. Man, like the Super Bowl, they have them on stage. They, they doing all of this stuff. Have some streamers stay the night at the Rose Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Like, they gonna have to think outside of the box. Hey, think about this. They don't even have a DJ at the games. You know how you got Mosky at USC doing this thing to where everybody know more. They don't even have a DJ connected to the UCLA program to where you come to the games and it's like, hey, at least I know the DJ is going to turn it up. But it being in Pasadena, I do think hurts UCLA. If you bring it to Inglewood, it's going to do a little thing for them. The Rose Bowl game is going to be all right. I know, Eric. The Rose Bowl game, you don't think it's going to be all right? I think it's going to. In the long haul, it's going to be okay.
The only thing that's keeping the Rose Bowl game alive is the fact that it is, one of the sites for the CFP.
Yeah.
Outside of that, there's no Big 10, Pac-12. Like, that was the draw. There's no more Pac-12.
Yeah, like the Pac-12 hurt.
And then I just thought about this
too. Yeah.
I just thought about this. Parking is atrocious at the Rose Bowl.
Terrible.
You got to park on the golf course. I have to park on the 7th hole and walk all the way over.
If you are a media member and you want to leave right after the game, you are sitting in traffic for an hour. No. So it's a lot of things that UCLA and the Rose Bowl Stadium had to get. If they want to save their situation with the UCLA, which I don't think they will be able to, they have to improve. They have to get better, or that might become a relic in LA. And I will hate to see that, man. But we're going to keep it there. College football craziness going on there. We're going to keep it with college football. USC, I was in the building. Friday night football.
Are you there on Saturday?
On Saturday, I'm not going to be there. I'm going to be at USC's women basketball, which we're going to talk about later because the ladies is still hooping. But they were able to knock off Northwestern, doing their thing, and they got a big one coming up against Iowa. What are you feeling about USC right now, Eric? Because you were kind of writing them off a little bit to where I'm like, if they could just be at a good place once they get to that Iowa game, I think they could get Iowa, and it will help them catapult them to a huge matchup against Oregon. But what are you feeling right now as USC head to this big game on Saturday afternoon?
Have we been watching the same USC Trojan team? Have we not been watching them get smacked up in between the tackles by opposing Russian games? Like, have we not seen a dormant secondary? Like, what about the
They showed
past
a little
5
bit.
weeks? Listen to me, bro. You're talking a little bit. This is
They
not
showed a
the
little bit against
USC.
Northwestern.
This is not the USC that we grew up with, right? Watching. There's no Ray Malaluga, Clay Matthews, Brian Cushion, on that team where it's like, oh, these are some dogs, right? Like, I think Iowa is getting ready to beat them. Like, in all honesty, I think this is a game that Iowa can win. If Iowa beats them, they're out of the CFP because they're going to lose to Oregon. And if they lose to Oregon, Lincoln Riley now has to beat UCLA to keep his job. Like,
Yeah. Hey, their defense is, I would say, is cool. I'll give it a C plus. Like, they started off slow against Northwestern. They give up 2 early scores, but then they shut them down the rest of the way. Guys were just flying around making plays. I know it's Northwestern, but the reason why I believe in this team is the offense that these guys are able to put out gives them a chance every game. King Miller, the surprise player of the entire college football world, a walk-on playing the way he is. Jaden Mayava looking, Jaden Mayava, the point guard of that offense, throwing the ball to
how's he
Mykell
looked the
Lemon.
past 2 weeks? How's it?
He looked solid. He was
Solid?
able to throw. Yeah, he threw like what, nearly 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. When you have Mykell Lemon, a guy who's open, Mykell, I said, yeah, Mykell Lemon, who's open, all the time.
He's
You said it before. Yeah, 7-Eleven, open all day. You have a guy like that. Then you got Jacoby Lane. Like, that dude he's on top of people's heads, like he's dunking on you when he go up and get the rock. Like, the spectacular catch that he had. You know what they remind me of? They remind me of the Bengals passing threats, Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, the way that they attack the football, can get open, do a lot of things.
Wait, who is Jamar Chase?
That would be Mykell Lemon. Micah is the guy that's Mykell. I keep saying Micah.
Mykell is Amon-Ra St. Brown. He is
I know,
not Jamar Chase.
But to compare him to
Jamar Chase.
But he's a yak guy that can go deep. You can throw screen passes to him like Jamar Chase. Mykell is a guy that can do stuff in the red zone like Jamar Chase. And T. Higgins and Jacoby Lane are 2 big threats that can go up and get the ball. And Jacoby has some wiggle to him as well. You got Lake McCree. Like, the USC's offense will give them a chance the rest of this season to try to win these games. And that's who I'm going to put my faith. Lincoln Riley says my job is on the line. I'm going to make sure my guys are ready to go. It's 38 on Friday.
At best, this is an 8-4 team competing for the, Chevy Mobile One Oil Bowl or the Chick-fil-A Bowl or something like that. Matter of fact, pencil them in at the LA Bowl at SoFi Stadium, because USC is not going to a major bowl. They're like, no Orange Bowl, no Sugar Bowl, no Cotton Bowl, no bowl. Like,
this people don't like the
this team is paltry, bro. This team is paltry. It's the definition of mediocre. It's a mediocre team.
They're surprising me. I didn't expect them to be this good.
Of all people, listen, I said Lincoln was going to win 7 games. I thought he would be 7-5?
Okay.
Yeah, 7-5. I thought he would be 7-5. 8-4 does not save his job. Lincoln Riley has to go 10-2.
What about 9-3?
9-3, you just missed the CFP.
Okay.
Lincoln Riley is not going to go 9-3. He's going to lose 4 games. This is not a great team. This is not a great team.
I watched Iowa play Oregon, and it was a nail biter.
How did Oregon do?
Not impressive. And Iowa was at home. Now they got to come.
And guess what? Iowa plays everybody that
way. But they have to come. It's a lot of these kids' first opportunity to play in the Coliseum. It's going to be a moment for them.
You think they care about that?
Slip up.
You think they care about that?
The Trojans going to be ready.
Mykell, what's Iowa's strength? What's Iowa's
No,
strength?
they're gonna run the ball and they're gonna try to play defense, right?
Okay, question. Hold it right there.
Yeah,
Press pause. Timeout. Throw the flag.
yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
What travels with you everywhere?
Yeah, of course, running the ball defense if the weather is ugly, but
So
it's
then,
gonna be
hold on.
beautiful
If that's
weather.
if that's their strength, right?
Yeah,
And that carries everywhere, why wouldn't it come to Los Angeles? And guess
I
what,
just
my friend? It's
I,
supposed to rain.
I
It's
will feel
supposed to
more.
rain.
No, I know. I'm hearing about that. I will feel more nervous if it was at Iowa. If it was at Iowa, I'd be like, man, they might be in trouble. But it being in Southern Cal, I think that helps them. People in the chat, they said the Bengals are buns. They don't like to take. I just think that I see the Chase Higgins connection with those two wide receivers. But of course, the defense is gonna have to show up and make plays. We're gonna have to see them work. And hopefully, just hopefully, it rain after the game. If it rained during the game, that can make it muggy and ugly. But if it rains after it, I think the USC Trojans will have a really good chance. Don't believe. I wasn't overly impressed with Oregon winning 18-16 over Iowa. So I'm not going in like, oh man,
I know good defense when I see it, bro.
yeah, but
Iowa is legit.
they're
Iowa's
gonna have to
defense
prove
is
me
legit.
wrong. They're
Okay.
gonna have to prove me wrong.
Mykell, if
What's
Oregon
up, sir?
is
Look who it
struggling to get it
is.
done versus Iowa, why would USC do any better in its raining?
Because I know who Dante Moore is. I've been seeing him since he was a freshman.
It doesn't matter.
Dante Moore is better than Jaden Mayava, bro.
Is he?
That Oregon team is a better team through and through than USC. They'll be in the CFP and we won't. Eric is right. We're like 8-4. We lose to Oregon right after this game, and we go to the Foster Farms Chicken Bowl and we get some win.
Y'all betting on Iowa, who lost to Iowa State.
Yes.
You guys are betting on. I just can't see it. A team that only beat Penn State.
You can't. Mykell, that's the thing about you. You can't see stuff before it happens. You wait until something happens and you're like, oh, I can see it now.
I'm just like this. Like they nearly lost to Penn State, a team that UCLA trounced. Like it's hard for me to throw my now Oregon is gonna be tough, of course. But Iowa, I'm like, bro, the Trojans offense.
The beauty of it
can do some things.
The beauty of it is are you coming to the tailgate? Are you gonna go roll with me to the tailgate?
Oh, is this? Oh, yeah. For Iowa, yeah.
Okay.
I'm there.
So listen.
All these fake Trojan fans.
I'll get you a ticket to get in the game. Or matter of fact, hit your cousin up. Tell your cousin you want a ticket to go to the game.
I'll tell him so I can tell him to tell his squad what y'all feel about them, which is crazy.
I'll tell it to him. I have absolutely no qualms. Like the tape, the footage, the eye in the sky don't lie, bro. I only call it how I see it. This is the craziest thing, bro. This team could be so much better when you have a D'Anton Lynn at the helm. I'm thinking, hey, this is going to be one of the strengths of the team. You have Rob Ryan coaching the linebackers. That is one of the most paltry and putrid freaking position groups on this team.
You gotta have
talent.
talent.
Understand it. Wait, you just had a top 5 recruiting class. Why don't you have no talent?
Yeah, because they go and get offense. They go and get offensive guys. They need to get the right bodies to go.
They got like the top rated linebacker last year.
Yeah, but you gotta play. I don't think they're playing all of the freshmen. If it was me, with some of these older classmen struggling a little bit, I would play a little bit.
I'm not gonna say his name because I don't want to bring no smoke his way. But they don't play your cousin.
Nah, they don't play the other young safety.
Your cousin, see, you gave it away. You gave away his position. I wasn't gonna say nothing.
They got to figure that out. It's multiple young guys. They don't play.
Listen, your cousin was a highly touted recruit.
Yeah,
he got in the game and made something happen.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Am I lying?
No,
he made something happen.
That's coaching.
What? Listen.
Yeah.
Put him in the game. Put him
in
the game.
Yeah. Try to use, especially if the older players are struggling. But it's going to be a big one. because if they can take care of business, like I believe they will, they're going to have a huge matchup against Oregon that can, make things a little interesting. But Oregon, they're going to be at home this week against Minnesota. Clemson travel to Louisville. That's a game to look out for. Indiana, can they keep it going? Them dudes have balled
Bro,
these last
Indiana's the real
2
deal,
seasons.
bro.
Yeah, real deal.
Indiana's the real deal.
Who would have thought they would have became a football power? Which is
Their
crazy.
coach. If you, I forget the coach's name, but literally everywhere he is gone, he is won. Everywhere he is gone, he is won. If given 3-4 years, boom, they turn into a contender, right?
Yeah.
This is that 4th year.
Yeah.
They're a contender. Like
they're tough.
And
yeah,
this is why I say people like you, bro, y'all don't see stuff until it's too late. Y'all like, oh, who would have thought he would have won? Like, bro, he's been winning everywhere. Why wouldn't he?
Yeah, nobody thought Indiana was going to win the way they did last season.
Bro.
They surprised a lot of people last year, and it just carried over. Great coaching. They're doing a lot of good things. More big games this week. You got Oklahoma versus Alabama, which
Oklahoma's gonna lose. Alabama's gonna win.
It could be an eliminator game there, and Texas is back. They're number 10. They're gonna be traveling to Georgia.
Back.
Can Mr. Manning keep it rolling,
bro? You are a troll. You are such a troll, bro.
Hey, listen, I might have to get my Arch Manning jersey.
Arch Manning, listen, Arch Manning is not winning in Georgia, bro. Listen, that's not about to happen. Georgia's getting ready to put a hurting on Arch Manning. The dude is poo cheese. I keep telling y'all that. You are so caught up in this Manning. Oh man, it's Peyton and Eli's nephew.
He's been hooping. He's been hooping.
He has not been hooping. They haven't played nobody.
But they just beat number 9 Vanderbilt at home.
Vanderbilt.
They're 7-2. They're
Vanderbilt. It's
Vanderbilt.
God.
See,
it's
Ben,
Vanderbilt.
Now, Ben, you supposed to be like, hey, they did beat a top 10 team, and he threw 300+ yards and 3 TDs.
Vanderbilt. It's Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt with a washed-out quarterback, dude. They haven't played any real teams the whole year. And they lost to
beating the top 10
They
team
barely beat Kentucky. They barely beat Mississippi State.
Dude.
So y'all trusting Iowa over a
They
Texas
limped past UTEP.
You keep going backwards. We're talking about freaking Texas and Georgia right now. Arch Manning is not good, dude. You keep getting caught up in these Instagram highlight reels.
Did they not
I
smack
don't even
Oklahoma?
think you watched the game, Mykell. You see,
look,
they're ranked.
Did they not smack? I watched for sure them smack Oklahoma.
Oh,
Did they not beat Oklahoma?
They must be. The AP said they were.
Hey.
Come on, dude.
Arch Manning will prove you. I got 2 bookings this week, guys. Go to Vegas.
Look, listen to me.
Can we make a bet?
Hold on, Ben. Hold on. You already owe me an eyebrow and a beard. I will bet you double or nothing. Hold on. Listen.
I'm not betting on the Texas.
We could
have some faith, Mykell. You're
wipe,
telling us to have
we
faith.
We could wipe the
bet
bet
on
slate
the Chiefs
clean.
here on out.
We could wipe the bet slate clean. Are you willing to come on? Because you still owe me your beard.
Okay.
Next week.
Yeah.
If Texas loses, you have to come on this show with no beard. No beard, no mustache.
Texas.
No beard.
I can bet USC. No? I can't bet Texas.
Yes or
you
no?
You keep defending Texas. Stand by it. You come on here every week and you defend Texas.
They look much better. They look much better. That if they win this one, they have a chance to prove some people, some naysayers wrong.
You'll take that bet right now.
I can't bet on Texas. Okay, I can't bet on Texas.
You don't believe it,
but I do think that they're going to win. I do think they're going to win.
You're just trying to get me riled up. Stand on 10.
I'm going to Vegas. I'm betting Texas. I'm betting USC, and I'm walking away with winning.
Dude. You just yapping right now. You're just yapping.
All right. Remember, I said this, everybody, when Eric is looking at me like, man, how did you know?
Man,
I know good football.
We got a broken clock, and we got Lambstradamus right here. I'm going to be right.
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. But hey, let's
All right,
take it away from college football. Before we switch gears, we gotta talk NFL, man. We gotta talk the Rams. They go to your home place in Santa Clara. They smack up the 49ers.
man. We might
On
as
it,
well just
hey,
go on. We might as well just go on and go past.
no,
Everybody
we're
knew
not
this was
talking
going to
about that.
happen. Like, listen, bro. A, I've already picked the Rams to represent the NFC for the Super Bowl. B, I told you as long as Matthew Stafford was healthy, the Rams would be legit. C, it's not like the 49ers got anybody on defense.
No, yeah,
D,
it's
like
crazy.
what? It's personal. It's personal. You could tell how Sean McVay came out calling plays. It
Hey,
was personal.
they
The
said that was
last
because
time,
of us.
huh?
They said that was because of us.
Hey,
If you
hey,
know,
listen,
you know.
listen. I'm trying to get back in the good graces, bro.
Yeah, they said because
Listen,
of us that they went crazy.
but hey, listen. I knew that would happen. The Rams, that was a win that they had to have because
Yeah,
had they lost, the 49ers all would but stamp their position in the playoffs. They would have pretty much cemented like, hey, we're going to the
we're gonna be
playoffs.
ahead of them. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a game that the Rams had to have. Now,
Okay.
Sunday's game,
Ooh,
Sunday
that's gonna be
night.
crazy.
Hopefully, I'm in the building. Hopefully, I'm
105.
out
It's
of.
10.
I'm.
It's a 105 game.
Oh, it's a 105. Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'm out of the doghouse, and
Five-star
I'll be
Eve,
in the
the return.
I'll be in the building. I'm gonna wear a tie and a shirt. I'm a code switch the whole
Hey,
nine, bro.
do your Clipper Darrell wear you a yellow and blue half suit, come in
Man, listen,
and be
bro.
super round.
But this game right
That's
here
gonna be
is
a hell
gonna
of a
tell
game.
me
Yeah.
this game is gonna tell me
Mhm.
everything I need to know about the NFC West, but more
Yep.
importantly, the NFC. Reason being, I watched that game yesterday.
Oh,
Both
yeah.
those teams look mid at best.
Very
Jalen Hurts,
mid.
I don't want to hear no more conversation about him being no top 5
You were talking
quarterback.
about MVP.
Listen,
That was a cold take.
listen. That's only because I was trying to hype the man up, bro. Jalen Hurts is mid at best. At best. You got Saquon Barkley. You have arguably the top 2, top 3 receiving core in the league. One of the top, I say 5 tight ends. You have top 3 offensive line,
O-lines, yeah.
and you can't do nothing with that.
With 10 points, I'm like,
What?
I could do something better than that.
Bro, I could go out there throwing left-handed, you know what I'm saying,
Man.
and put up more than 10 points. Like Jalen Hurts, I hate to say it, man. Jalen Hurts is the weakness. He is the weakness
yeah.
of the Eagles.
And it's so, yeah. And of course, anybody can win if your defense get really hot and things like that. But yeah, he's kind of holding them back. But for the Rams, man, you're gonna learn a lot about them this week and next week because, of course, Sunday afternoon, Seahawks come in the building. They win that game. They're gonna be in the front of that division until they face Seattle again. I believe week 17. And then the following week they got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You got to see what's up with old man Tay. What's up with Devontae Adams? He get out and do one little move and it hurts his back. So hopefully he's okay. But yeah, the team is hitting on all cylinders. As long as Matthew Stafford is healthy with those weapons, he's going to look like he's in MVP form. And the Rams just look really tough for the NFL to have to deal with. Yeah, shout out to Devontae Adams. He's on my fantasy team too, chat, and he is helping me win a bunch of games. And it's crazy because I remember drafting him and everybody was like, man, that dude is washed. Why you take him so high up? I said, bro, he has Matthew Stafford throwing to him compared to who did he have? Justin Fields? Who did he have throwing to him the
Jimmy
year before?
Garoppolo.
No, the year before when he was with the Jets. Who was there throwing to him?
It was Justin Fields.
It was like, bro, what are we
No, it wasn't
about?
Justin Fields.
Aaron Rodgers? Was it an older? Yeah,
it was Aaron Rodgers. It was Aaron Rodgers.
So I knew he was going to ball out, and he's been a big difference maker. The tight ends are getting more involved. Like, if you're an LA Rams fan, be very excited because the team is looking great. And, hey, go check out my article. I had to give love to Nate Landman, our African brother, he's out there punching stuff. He might have a sleeper because he out there
I gave him a nickname.
loose.
I gave him a nickname. I'm trying to see if it's gonna stick.
Tarzan.
No, it's not Tarzan, bro. It's not Tarzan. It's the Horn of Africa, bro.
Okay.
The Horn of Africa.
I
know it's
White Panther.
It's kind of nerdy.
It's called him White Panther.
He's not a Panther, bro. He plays for the freaking Rams. But, this is what I love. This is what I love about the Rams, bro. They've deployed 13 personnel on 30 of their 67 offensive plays, which is the second highest rate in the game since 2016. And it's a continuation of the Rams.
3 tight ends. Let everybody know what that is. 3 tight ends.
13 personnel is 1 running back, 3 tight ends, right? Mm-hmm. So they've deployed that during their 3-game streak, and they have used it on more than 38% of their plays. So you're going to see Sean McVay utilize this a lot more. Reason being is because when you see 13 personnel, you tend to bring out your heavy personnel on defense to counter it.
And they can pass run out of it.
Problem is you bring an extra linebacker or extra lineman, one of those dudes on the run a route. Now you have a linebacker that probably can't cover in coverage. Yep. You have a lineman who can't cover in coverage. So I like the evolution of Sean McVay. He's taken something, yet again from Kyle Shanahan with how to manipulate personnel packages to give you an advantage. And when you have Colby Parkinson, Big Rig Higg, Davis Allen, T. Ferg, listen, that's you have enough weapons just in the tight end room to couple with a Puka Nacua, with the Devontae Adams, with the Kyron Williams. Kyron Williams and Blake Corum. You know what I'm saying, in the backfield. But the piston that gets this engine going, that gets it revved up, is Matthew Stafford. Listen, dude he's an MVP candidate.
We'll talk more about him because I heard some things and I was like, that might be a good idea. We're gonna have to talk about it here with the Misfits. But showing love to the Chargers, they pick up the Sunday night win versus the Steelers.
Who had a big game that game?
Who had a big game?
Lambkins.
No, I know. Lad is doing his thing.
You told me Lad wasn't gonna do much.
Because teams have decided to take away Quentin Johnston in the deep ball, and it's opening it up. So shout out to Quentin Johnston for starting off really fast and opening things up.
But hold on, during training camp, you said you didn't believe in the Chargers because he didn't have no weapons. I told you.
I believe you more than you. You said they ain't going to injury.
Last
week, Ben,
run the tape. Bro,
after the injuries, you said they will not. I got a black cat about to walk by the screen and tell you
listen to me, bro.
Cat.
You must have went to the Trump University or something.
Ben,
you stay rewriting history,
Ben, bring back the tape. After the Joe Alt injury last week,
oh my God,
you were like, bro. They're not gonna make
no. I'm talking about training camp. When we first started talking about,
I'm talking about last
season. When we first started talking about,
I said the Chargers were gonna make the playoffs, though.
No, bro, you said you didn't believe.
I didn't believe in there. I still don't believe that they can go out and win a shootout because the O-line may not be able to hold up against a really good team that can really get after it. The Steelers beat themselves early, and the Chargers were able to take advantage of it because they're well coached. They have Justin Herbert. But you want to see how they finish down the stretch with all of the injuries they deal with. They got another test. Jacksonville is so up and down, so you don't know what you're going to get, but it's at Jacksonville. That might help. What was a playoff game where the Chargers up 31-3 versus Jacksonville somehow lost that game? Yeah. So crazy things happen in Jacksonville when it comes to the Chargers. But just to see them, keep it going forward, I got them going to the playoffs. I don't think they win the division.
Hold on. So if the Chargers make the playoffs, and Denver wins the division,
there's gonna be 3 teams like last year, AFC West.
You sure about that?
Yeah, 100% positive. It's going to be 3 teams. It's going to be Chiefs or Denver wins the division, and then the other 2 teams are going to get in the playoffs for sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, I said
Remember
it at
this.
the beginning of the season.
Remember this.
Lambkins, I said the Chiefs were not going to make the playoffs.
The Chiefs are what? The Chiefs will be what right now?
Standing at 5-4. Standing at 5-4.
Yeah.
They are a sandwich away from being a 500 team.
Hey, they are 2 wins away from being first place in the division, and that's what's scary for the NFL.
Listen,
as slow as they started, you know, if they heat up, the world's in trouble.
You have to beat the 2 teams ahead of you to be in first place.
They played Denver
and they're
twice.
not going to beat them. They're not going to beat them.
They're going to at least go 2-1 in those 3 matchups, and that right there is going to put them in a good spot to. I think I'm gonna tell you,
guys will beat the Raiders. You guys will beat the Raiders.
No, we gonna. That's already them and the Titans. The Chiefs still play. That's gonna be some helpers. But I think they go 2-1 in the 3 games. I think it's crazy. I think is going to have the best record in the AFC, which is wild. The New England Patriots. If you see their schedule, it is so cupcake, and they are balling.
Drake May is the other name that I got to include in the MVP category because this dude is balling.
Oh my God.
Hey, I saw a little conspiracy. You know me, man. I'm a huge conspiracy theorist. So I was looking on Instagram, I think, and some dude was saying that where Drake May was born is right outside where this cloning facility is. And one of the huge one of the owners, one of the biggest proponents of the cloning company is Tom Brady. And they did like a side-by-side comparison. I was like, yo, he kind of resembles him just a little bit.
Did they really?
Did they really just clone Tom Brady and make Drake May? I was like,
Hey, but he's balling though. I think are they on a bye this week? Now they're gonna be playing. Who they got this week?
Playing.
Yeah, the reason why I said they're gonna win, they got the Jets. Their schedule down the stretch is very cupcake. With Buffalo losing to teams like Miami, it's gonna open the door for them. But it's gonna be some solid games this week. You got Buffalo, Buccaneers, you got the Chargers, like I said, at the Jags, Rams, Seahawks, which I think is the game of the week.
That's the game of the week.
Yeah, Chiefs at Denver. That's going to be a big test. It's going to let me know. It's going to let me learn a lot about the Broncos because they've been struggling, even though they've been winning. It's like they barely beat the Raiders, which is not a good thing to do.
Hold on. You don't get to last year go at 11-0 in games that y'all barely won and say, the
but there's a difference, though.
Great team. It's not a difference, bro. I told y'all.
It's Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. It's different.
I told you.
You have them. Things are different.
I told you that you guys would regress to the mean, and this year, Denver is having one of those seasons where the ball is just bouncing their way in these 1-score games.
They got to finish strong, though. They got the Eagles. They got the Chiefs twice. They got the Chargers. I believe in LA. So they're gonna have they got some tough games. I looked at their schedule. Then another game to look out for Sunday night, Lions at Eagles. That's gonna be a hell of a game because Lions are actually healthy this year. And one of those 2 teams are gonna be playing against the Rams in the NFC Championship. If the Rams can hold off Seattle, and Seattle don't win that division and beat them twice somehow, but it's going to be some good football, man. But hey, I want to tackle this. I want to talk about this because I saw a discussion, and they were saying, you're a big baseball guy, right? When you're a pitcher, right? They have their own award. What's the name of their award?
The Cy
Young Award. What if for the quarterback position there was a Cy Young type of award so that it just won't be the best quarterback this season is the MVP? Because if I had a ballot right now, my MVP would be Jonathan Taylor. What he is doing out of the backfield is out of this world. But he may not
out of this world. We saw this last year with Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, he's doing very Saquon things, but difference is he's playing with Daniel Jones, who we thought was dead, and he's kind of helped resurrect him with his performance. And he may not even be in the top 2 or 3 because of a Drake May, because of a Matthew Stafford, and maybe like a Baker Mayfield who might end up in front of him. So what if you were to just come up with the Joe Montana Award for the best quarterback, or Johnny Unitas, Tom Brady Award, however they want to do it? But what do you think about that idea? Do you think that'd be a good look, a better look, instead of just instantly just saying, "Oh, we going quarterback"? Because then the MVP, you will really look at who is truly the most valuable. Like throw out the position, so a quarterback can still be MVP, but they will have an award that they can get, so you don't have to hold that against a running back, a receiver who has a historic season, or a defensive player.
I mean, you could say the same thing in college football. The Heisman goes to the best quarterback in the nation. It's unfortunately in the game of football, the most important position is the quarterback position. And if you have competent quarterback play, or the best team in the land, usually it's going to be led by their quarterback. So because they're the best team in the league, the best player or the most important player on that team 9 times out of 10 is going to win that position. I mean, going to win that award. Do I like the idea? I think it's freaking genius, right?
Yeah,
To have a YA Tittle Award or Joe Montana Award,
Yeah.
right? Or a Johnny Unitas. I think there should be something for each position. You know what I'm saying? I would have a Jerry Rice Award for the best wide receiver in the league.
Barry Sanders or Walter Payton Award. And
They have a Walter Payton Award.
Oh, yeah,
But
that's for the community, though.
Yeah, I would definitely have a Barry Sanders Award, given to the best running back. So I do like that. And I think that's something that the NFL could do to drum up more excitement.
Especially for their award show at the end of the year.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like that. So
hey, because
NFL,
then the MVP really becomes the best player of the year.
Yeah. So it's like, hey, you can't just give it to quarterbacks because they got the award. Now let's really look at the totality of what they're doing to elevate their team to see. So NFL, do what college is doing. They already got these different awards, the Jim Thorpe, the Ray Guy, the Butkus Award. Like that would be dope for it'll just be more awards for players to gain. It'll be very cool for the award show at the end of the season.
It's a way for you to tie in the history of the game with present day, because I'm pretty sure a lot of these dudes don't know who Remington was, or
as the players
Joe Montana might be on the cusp, but in 5-10 years, none of these young people are gonna know who Joe Montana was.
If I ask some of these kids now in high school, I don't think they know who Joe Montana is. They probably know Steve Young, because in the 90s, the monkey off my back, that's a little closer to them, Colin Kaepernick, things like that. But yeah, like you said, it'd be a great history lesson for the kids out there. But hey, we got to talk some hoops, man. We can't ever leave without not talking hoops. You got the Los Angeles Lakers. Your boy LeBron James is nearing a comeback. The Lakers, who are now 8-3, playing some great basketball, may be getting a king's help with LeBron James. He's practicing with the G League affiliates. I know how we both feel about LeBron. I know we got some LeBron fans out there that be tapping in with me weekly. What do you feel that he will bring to this team, and what can he bring to this team that can elevate them even more as they're looking like one of the better teams in the NBA right now?
What can he bring? He could bring bench scoring. I think LeBron James would be ideal coming off the bench, because the starting 5, they're playing with chemistry that we have not seen since 2010, 2011. These dudes are humming. You have all different type of actions. You're seeing pin downs. You're seeing cross screens. You're seeing elevator screens. With LeBron, you're going to now have 3 players who play the same exact way. Ball dominant, pound. Austin Reeves is able to do a lot more, or a little more, but this is Luka's team. This is Luka's team. If LeBron wants to be here, I'm all for it. Hey, I need you to come off the bench. You're the third option now. This is not your team.
They coming for you for that, Elam. I hope you're ready.
But what do I think LeBron James is going to bring to the team? A headache.
Wow.
LeBron James is going to kill the chemistry, the synergy, the energy that the Lakers have. I won't be surprised if the Lakers drop 3 straight, trying to integrate LeBron James back into the rotation.
Okay.
Because what I'm seeing is on both ends of the floor, the Lakers are getting after it. Marcus Smart is the quarterback on the defensive end. He's up in his teammates' faces, like, hey, let's get going. I like what I'm seeing out of Rui as the third option. Right?
Yeah.
Like now with LeBron, what happens with Rui? He's just camped out in the corner, right?
So let me give you this idea, Elam, because of course, I feel the same way about it. Like I'm big on the train of, man, I wish we can just trade him and get 2 or 3 pieces that we can add to this team, and I think
just
they can
shooters.
Be a true title contender. But it's not going to happen. LeBron's going to be a Laker. He has a no trade clause. He wants to be in LA, unless he found a better situation. But
trade him to the Clippers.
I looked at some tape of the Olympics, right? And the first few rounds, he was playing more like LeBron because Steph didn't really get it going. But the knockout round, Steph got it going, and KD was still doing what he did. And LeBron kind of took a back seat to that group. That's the guy that the Lakers need, where he played more of a Draymond type of role. And of course, when he had to, he would catch and shoot, with knocking it down. Then when he needed to get on the ball, he was able to do some things. But that tape gives me hope that as long as his ego is like, this is deflated. Austin and Luka. I know these guys are going to be the all-stars this year. I'm going to get in because of my name, but they're truly the all-star players of the team. If he could come and play that Olympic role that he played during the knockout rounds, where he allowed KD, Steph, and Edwards to really do their parts, I think that the Lakers can be even more dangerous, because if Austin or Luka is having an off night, you can say, hey, Bron, turn it on, and he can get downhill and do what he do. But it's going to come down to ego. If he can have that in order and realize this is their team right now, I need to come fit in, I think that he can be a big help and take the Lakers to the next level.
Wait,
if not,
which player are you talking about?
I'm talking about. Yeah, that's the only thing. Will he commit to that? We haven't seen it, but it's going to be something brand new.
Talking about Raymond? You talking about
Raymond? Yeah. This can add to his legacy if he's able to show that he's that great of a basketball savant, that he know how to be a third guy as well. You're going to be like, man, he can play anywhere. Where right now, what do we always say, man? Bron can only play one style of basketball, one four out, pick and roll, and try to get downhill. That's when he's at his best. But JJ Redick is coaching better with LeBron being off the floor.
looks like a competent coach.
Yeah.
This is where I think the rest of the season hangs in a balance. Yep. JJ Redick has to tell LeBron, you got to get with this program. We did things your way last year.
Yep.
If this is my team, we're doing things my way. And if you don't like it, hey, let's try to find something else that's gonna work for you.
And
but
having balls is a part of being a coach. You have to be able to. That's what made Phil Jackson so great. That's what made Popovich so great. That's what made Rudy T so great. These guys who are willing to come out and say, "Hey, you need to get these things right, man." So, shout to the Lakers.
Like hearing you say that, you know what popped into my mind? You remember that movie Major League?
Yeah, Major League. Yeah, Charlie Sheen.
So you remember? Yeah. You remember when
Snipes?
I forget the Asian guy's name, but he was like, "You have no marbles. You have no marbles." That's what JJ Redick has to do, man. He's got to show that he's got some marbles. You got to let him hang. Hey, LeBron, I understand you training with the G League, you're getting ready for contact. Listen, this is your role. This is the team that we have this year. We're 8-3. we literally beat the second place team without you. So we have shown that we can win without you. We can beat some of the top tier talent in the league without you. We could be a lot better with you, but this is the role that you have to play. Now we need you to play. In order for us to be successful, this is the role that you have to
because
play.
If not, and he returns, like this was if his plan was that are they gonna stink without me, I'm gonna come back and show them they need me. His plan has went totally the other way. They are playing like they don't need him at all. And if he comes back and the
Lakers start losing,
two in a row, 3 in a row, like 5 out of 7, he is going to be killed, and it will be deservingly so. So let's see how great LeBron really is. See if he's willing to come back.
What do you think the Church of LeBron is going to say? If the Lakers lose 5 out of 7 when LeBron returns, what do you think the Church of LeBron is going to say?
They gotta put him in a better position to succeed. It should be him and Luka's team. Austin Reeves is the third. That's going to be what they say. If JJ Redick listens to the show, and he's like, I'm gonna try to play him in this type of role and make him be the third guy, like Rui, and play him in the Rui spot. I think that they'll be all right. But if they're losing that way, the fans are just go, you need to give him the ball again. That's why they're not winning. He's meant to have the ball. That's how he plays. Whereas we know he plays like that.
Guarantee you. You heard what happened when the president showed up to the Commanders game, right?
Yeah.
What happened? He got booed, right?
No, he got booed. Yeah.
Hey,
they gonna be booing.
I guarantee
I'm gonna be starting to boo. I'm gonna be the one person in there booing.
If the Lakers lose 5 out of 7 or lose 3 in a row, LeBron James is going to get booed drastically inside of Staples Center, bro. And I'm not calling it crypto. It's gonna be Staples Center.
But speaking of booing, where there should be some booing done, the Los Angeles Clippers, man, 3-7, sit at 13th in the Western Conference right now. Some of it, people, they want Ty Lue's head, man. They pause. They want him out of there. They want to make sure that he's gone. And last year when we heard it from some of the fellow media that cover the team, it's like, what are you talking about? You don't know what you're talking about. Like, he's doing his job. But now, like, I'll be tapped in with the fans, Clipper Nation, and they're like, man, Mike Malone is out there. Let us do something different. What do you think that's going on with this Clipper situation?
Bro, I told you, as long as your season was predicated upon the health of Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, Brook Lopez, Bradley Beal, I didn't like the Clippers. And the season is still young. And I know, for a lot of, the coaching staff and players, they're like, man, it's still early. It's more than enough time for us to get things right. We're still trying to figure one another out. But, bro, I could go to the park right now and play with 5 dudes. 4 of the dudes that I've never met, pause, and figure out, like, okay, this is how we need to play together, pause.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In order for us to win. So if I know that, how y'all don't know that? But
yeah,
I think Ty Lue isn't the issue, bro. I told you. I said this last week. Bradley Beal doesn't fit. He doesn't fit. And I understand he's injured. He's out with a hip issue. But even when he was playing, Bradley Beal does not fit. He's a piece that y'all need to move. But Bradley is the type of player where if he's not the number one scoring option, if the offense doesn't revolve around him, he's not interested in defense. He's not interested in doing any of the other little things that are required to win. Bradley Beal is about his buckets and his bag. He's got his bag. If he's not getting his buckets,
he ain't just a bag. And a lot of it is kudos to the NBA. They were like, hey, we saw what Ivica Zubac did last year. We're not allowing it to happen. Teams are double teaming him, fronting him, making it tougher. And some of it, I would say, with Ty Lue, I wasn't a fan of the forcing the issue of Bradley Beal. I think that they need to lean into their defense and starting a lineup once Kawhi returns of James Harden, Chris Dunn, Kawhi, John Collins and Zubac, I believe they've been graded out as their best group, or at least second best group. The only switch I think is Derrick Jones Jr. for John Collins. But I will start Collins, bring Bradley Beal off the bench to be a scorer. Derrick Jones come in with some energy, and you can bring in a different blend that way. So that's why I would like to see the coaches get together. But for the players, stopping the ball on fast breaks, they've been having an issue with. They're one of the worst teams in fast breaks. We knew the pace was going to be slow, so turning the damn ball over has to stop. And a lot of that is James Harden. You have 35, 11, and 10, but you have 7 turnovers, 6 turnovers. Like, you're not helping the team in that way. So they just have to tweak some little things.
What did I say the offense needs to do last week?
What did you say?
I said run some sets. Run some half-court sets.
Yeah, they got to do more. They did a little more this last game, but they need more. I think they need more of it. Yeah,
like that has to be your offense. You're not a team that is going to blow people out with space. I mean, with pace. But you can run teams out the door being super efficient on offense and playing lights out defense. We saw San Antonio, do it for freaking eons. They beat LeBron James with not anybody scoring more than 20, with no players averaging 20 points in the finals. You know what I'm saying? You had 3 players that were averaging like 18, 17, and 15 points. So it can be done. You just got to commit. You got to lean into it.
Yeah, and it's going to be on them to get it together. But it's been some great NBA basketball being played. College basketball has returned, guys and girls. I'm really liking the Peterson kid from KU, from Kansas. He looks really good. The other freshman from North Carolina, the Boozer twins, are looking solid. AJ, they're at BYU. So college basketball is going up. USC ladies, I'm going to be with them on Saturday. Jazzy is doing some
looking snazzy,
some great things. So hey, we're gonna have more for you as the college basketball season gets on both sides and tapping in on that side of it. But before we get out of here, our final topic of the day, we're gonna put a post up on IG so you guys can give us your thoughts as well. Remember, you can always hit us up in the comments and let us know what you think. But we got to talk about it. Do we miss cable, man? Like, do we miss cable TV? Because all of these apps and these prices going up and just so many of these damn apps, man. I'm just kind of like, I wish it was all in one place for me to see everything that I need and keep it pushing. What's your thoughts, E?
Bro, I still got cable. I never left. I never left. Because when I started to do the math, like, okay, if I cancel cable, get YouTube TV and Peacock and Amazon Prime, I'm like, bro, it's the price of cable. You know what I'm saying?
Like more.
Yeah, and my thing is, if there's a platform that I don't have access to, you can call me Pirates of the Caribbean. You can call me Captain Jack Sparrow, because I'm gonna find something on the internet to find what I want to watch. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm not leaving cable. Like at all. Unless I get one of the super boxes, then I won't have to worry about none of that.
Ice gonna have to come get you, man, because you're a pirate.
Hey man, Ice don't want to get melted.
Okay, but yeah, man, I just think it's crazy just how expensive each. Like, it seems like every month you look up, hey, we're going from $14.99 to $18.99, and you like, damn, I have 5 different apps I'm paying for. I just need to just stick it, just go to cable and just say, hey, I'm gonna figure it out from there. And I'm just wondering, is that ever gonna become an issue where people are like, bro, because it's a bunch of Apple TV shows I've never seen and probably won't because I don't have that. Paramount Plus, Peacock. Peacock. I don't have Peacock anymore because it's like I'm not really watching a lot on there, but they got basketball that's being showed on there now and live sporting events. And I'm waiting for the Bel Air show to return. So I just think that they're making everything so crazy with the prices. Everybody want to have exclusive rights to certain movies and things that it might be better off just saying, damn it, I'm just sticking with cable and I'm going to just roll with the punches from there.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it's much ado about nothing. You know, call your local cable provider. Get rid of all your streaming services, because the crazy part is a lot of the I know it's Spectrum, at least. I think we get free Hulu. We get free Hulu, Disney Plus.
That's hard.
As a T-Mobile customer, I get Apple TV. So a lot of these companies are throwing in a lot of these subscription services para gratis. I don't got to pay for it, and I wouldn't pay for it no way, no how.
So they got to figure it out, man. Bunch these. I know they like to be individual, but bunch these things together. Make it easy. Think about the people, damn it. I know y'all thinking about y'all money in y'all pockets. Think about the people and make it easier for all of us out here. We don't want to be scrambling. Make it easy. You know, we don't want to be scrambling for all of this nonsense. But we thank everybody who tapped in with us tonight, this Tuesday night edition of the Misfits Live. We will be back with you next week with some more fire. Hey, we be out working. We be covering these games, so sometimes it throws off like yesterday, I was with the Clippers, and I was there till like 11:30 because a lot of Clipper fans are still crying outside. So I'm trying to, get them right. But, we're going to be back with you.
Lakers.
Yeah, we're going to be back with you with some more fire next week. See what happened in football, NBA, any other breaking news. We're going to talk about Political E. We're going to have more from Political E next week. But, yeah, we thank you guys for tuning in. E, give the folks the final words, man.
Hey, you know who it is. That's Mykell Mathieu, Mr. Do Everything, multimedia journalist. You can find him on MLB Bros, FI360, Culver City Observer, and the Sporting Tribune. I'm your guy, 5-Star E. If I'm not in Kansas City on a blotter report, you can find me on FI360, Culver City Observer, and the Sporting Tribune. Until next week, we are the Misfits, where we encourage you not to fit in, but find a way to stand out. My word to you is love one another. Call up somebody you haven't spoken to in a while. Just say, hey, thinking about you. Just wanted to check in. You never know how much that could mean to somebody else. Life is short. Life is short. Love those that love you. Until next week, we're the Misfits. We out of here. Peace.